Welcome back to Afro Art. So let's look at exactly where we are, because there's not been an update in about a month now, and I apologise for that, but it has been all systems go. We've been firing on all cylinders. The comic itself is getting drawn. I'm trying to crack out, really at this point it's going to have to be a page a day. It's taking up a lot of my time. It's also taking up most of my cash right now, so now it's very much I go to work, I come home, I draw the comic, I go to sleep, I get up, I go to work, I come home, I draw the comic, I go to sleep, rinse, repeat. That's my schedule right now. Really, March 14th is when I have to get this to print by. Then it's about 2 weeks for everything to be printed and delivered. I'm then taking it to the first convention, which is GemuCon, and that's from the 5th to the 7th of April. Then we're looking at MCM Expo in May, so on and so forth, sort of doing the rounds at those conventions. So, yeah, the pressure is really on at the moment, and that's why the art channel hasn't had much focus on. It's been, all to do with the comic. Now, it's going to be a few pages sort of going by at the moment, so you can see exactly what is being done right here and now. With this, as I say, it's just a case of, really banging it out now and making sure that I don't run out of funding for this, because I've been talking to, naturally, HM Revenue and Customs, who deal with, naturally, tax, things like that in the UK, Business Link, because technically I'm going to have to go down as a sole trader, self-assess my own taxes, all kinds of weird implications on, what happens there. It's the UK, you can't just simply say, hi, I would like to be industrious and make something to try and turn a profit. No. Fill out Form A, Form B, speak to person C, go to meeting D. There's some tax workshops and various other things that I have to attend. It's crazy, the amount you have to do just to be able to be like, hey, I've made some art, I want to sell that art. So that's taken up a fair bit of time, a fair few phone calls, things like that. I'm having to keep a log of, everything, invoices, VAT receipts, and that kind of thing, just so I can, keep on top of all of that. There's actually drawing the comic, which at the moment, my Wacom Cintiq tablet that I draw it on has had a few funny turns, which just stopped working. I've managed to fix it both times, but the first time I fixed it was a short-term fix. It broke again the exact same way about 3 days later. It's just like, damn you! So, it's working again now. I'm hoping I don't have to replace it because I don't have the cash anymore. To get this thing to print, to pay for the hotels, the train travel, the actual Artist Alley tables, and of course food, because I need sustenance while I'm there for the 3-4 days. To pay for the actual printing costs, everything like that, it hemorrhages money. There's sort of a credit card and a personal loan that's already sort of pushed as far as it can go, because if I do this indie, then indie means dipping into your own pockets as far as I'm concerned. The same spirit that, Kevin Smith did Clerks with. He took out 27 grand's worth of debt, and if his movie flopped, that was his head on the line, and I entirely respect that, and I think, that really is the spirit. I've tried to avoid using Kickstarter so far. At the moment, if it gets to it and I have to do a Kickstarter, then I will do a Kickstarter, but so far it's sort of, if I believe in this, then surely I should be the one funding it. I shouldn't ask the consumer to fund something that doesn't exist just yet. At the moment, about half of it exists, which is why I'm then drawing, pretty much a page a day here. But really, I wanted to sort of drop in, give you an update on what's happening and why there's been silence from me. And that's mainly because, there is a lack of sleep, sort of a lot of time spent on the comic, and I could probably argue that I really can't afford to be spending the time to record this video right now, when that is time that I could be using to draw the comic, but I felt that it would be unfair not to, drop in and say, hey, this is where we are, hey, there's no reason to panic. And what I'm really hoping is that I'll see some of you at UK conventions, so at GemuCon, at MCM Expo, at Melksham Comic Con. There's now a convention running in Reading in July, which is short notice, but I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, I will need to do some more overtime at work, and you know, all of sort of my bonus has already gone into it from work, so it's now overtime to try and get additional funds, whilst also paying the bills for the house, keeping the baby fed, all the rest of it. So it's tight, but we're getting it done. And thank you very much for understanding why there haven't been as many updates as you probably would have preferred on this channel. This has been Afro Blue. For now, all I'm going to say is I will come back to you when I can come back to you, and there will be a new video when there's a new video. I can't put any set dates on it. I can't make any promises because my focus really does need to be on, if I've got time to draw. But yeah, thank you very much.